What's up, yo gang? YouTube, welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the fun here. We also cook here. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are cooking Florida alligator. This was a gator that I caught. Y'all stay tuned for that footage. And I'm very interested. I've had gator bites before, fried, but what I'm going to try to do today is I'm going to try to curry it. I'm excited. I've never had curry fish, and this gator meat really puts me in the mind of fish. My hands are washed. So when I did chop it up, it has the consistency of fish almost. I did leave a couple whole pieces so that you can see it looks like chicken breast, but it's not. And this one here will pretty much show you a little bit more that it's the part of the tail. Now, I don't know how true it is. I did clean this up myself. They do say that the fatty part of the gator has a very rancid taste. I don't know because I've never actually dealt with fresh gator myself. So I did try to clean it up as much as possible, but these little white pieces, it's almost like it's muscle. So I wasn't able to get a lot of that off without actually destroying the meat. So I didn't want to do that too much. So this is about £1 a piece that I cut off. So I'm just going to cut these into the bites just as I've done there. And we are going to season this and let that sit while we get our curry going. But yeah, it looks so much like a chicken breast. Quite interesting. Now, gator. What does gator taste like? To me, everybody says everything tastes like chicken. I don't think it tastes like chicken. I think it tastes like frog legs. Like fishy, like a fishy chicken, if it makes sense. That would be my best description. The texture now, yes, it is kind of flaky like fish, but it still has very firm, as you can tell as I'm cutting it is quite firm. And I guess it's those pieces that I was telling you, that little muscular piece that I was telling you about. But it is quite nice. It is white, fleshy pieces. Some pieces are darker than other, but that's fine. I'm not sure why, but hey, I'm excited to try it. Like, did I tell you it was about £1, a little over £1? That's what that is. I have my onion. We didn't talk about what our seasoning was. We have our onion. We have white salt. We have sofrito. We have olive oil, fresh minced garlic, adobo. We have some chief curry powder, black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and a lime. And of course, we're going to add heat to this. So y'all stick around. Let me wash my hands. And I'll bring you back when I start seasoning that up. So don't go far. Okay. I do want to say a special thank you for Miss Rita, who sent me a goodie box, and in the box she put all type of things. She sent me some Goya adobo. She sent me some browning. She sent me some hot sauce. She sent me some cookies. She packed up that box with all this sweet stuff, and I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, Miss Rita. Cracking it open right now for this recipe. First time use. Okay, there was something else I wanted to say. What was it? Okay, well, it'll come back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to season this. Again, you guys, I don't measure anything. Season it to your liking, your taste, what it is that you like to do. Because I season my food the way that I like it. Some black pepper. We're going to hit it with some garlic powder. Oh, this one's new. This one's new. What did I say? This was garlic powder. And some onion powder. This one's new also. How are you guys doing today? I am great. Thank you for asking. What are y'all having for lunch? Where are you watching from? Y'all know. Give me the rundown. Let me know what's going on. Talk to me in the chat. Okay, so those are dry. I'm going to put a little bit of the sofrito. If y'all from any Caribbean or Hispanic, whatever household, you're bound to find something that didn't belong in the original container that it was reused for. So yes, this is sofrito in this container. So that's just how it goes. And this right here is also an old seasoning container that has been converted to the garlic container. That's just how it goes. All right. So got my, does this fit? No. It's just a little fork. Stir it up. Now in this sofrito we have cilantro, we have onion, garlic, salt, pepper. What else is in here? Cilantro, garlic, salt, pepper, green pepper. Well, you can put whatever you want in your base. That's just what run here. A little bit of chili flakes. Yeah, that's what's in there. So we got that. And I also like to add just a little bit of curry powder to my protein, because to me it just gives it more flavor. Just lightly, because we just want to give it color. Oh, and I usually don't cook curry in the house, but today it will be going down in here. Okay, get my little fork and just kind of marinate that all together. Make it happy and let it sit while we get our stove going. I got my stove already on. I'm gonna cut it on low until we're finished with this. Make sure everything's covered. Notice I did not add any garlic to this yet because I don't want the garlic to burn off rip. So I'll be adding the garlic towards the end when it's time to just cover it up and let it go, because garlic burns fairly quickly. There is garlic in here though, but it's minced up finer than this minced garlic. Okay, so let me finish this up and we'll be right back. Okay, so this is how it should look. Everything coated evenly. Oh, gotta run away here. And we're just gonna let that sit. Like I always tell you, please at least give whatever it is that you're cooking time to rest, meaning at least come to room temperature before you add it to heat, because it will make it very tough. Whatever it is that you're cooking, it will happen. I already had an experience just yesterday. Went to a restaurant and I can tell they took the salmon straight out of the freezer onto the blacktop. And when I tell you, that was like eating leather, and it's fish. There's no reason why that should have happened. Okay, so let's tend to our pot. So come around. Okay, first we are just going to coat the bottom of the pot with some olive oil. You can use vegetable oil, whatever it is that you choose, it's fine. I'm going to add some curry powder. It's really not that much gator, so you don't want to put too much in there. So let's say a soup spoon, because curry can get very bitter. Come on. Sorry. Okay, so that looks, yeah, about that much. We're gonna let that cook down. The pot should have been a little hotter. That is hot. Let me get an oven mitt. I'll be right back. Okay. All right, we got some bubble going on here. So we're just gonna kind of fry this down a little bit to get that bitterness out. It does not take a lot. Alright, so we're going to let this fry up just a little bit before we add the sofrito, to cook the sofrito down. And yeah, simple. That's it. Once that gets done, I'll add my onion, cook the onion down, and then we'll add the gator. So as soon as this starts boiling up, we'll be right back. Okay, I forgot to add the lime, so we're going to add this while we're waiting on that to do what it's going to do. I don't know what's wrong with my knives. Why are they so dull lately? Just putting 1 lime in it. Now, for my Bahamians, don't come for me, because this is not Bahamian style curry. This is not Trinidadian style curry. This is Yoki style curry, okay? I don't want to hear how I missed anything or I didn't add something or whatever. Okay, 1 lime. If your limes are hard, you can put them in the microwave for maybe a few seconds. And when you take them out, just make sure you roll them very firmly and you'll get all the juice out of it. Okay, so now this looks much better. All right, so our curry over here, let me rinse my hands off. Give me 1 second. Okay, see, it's getting dark. And now this is going to be a quite big of a splash situation, so I'm going to take that off of the stove and I'm going to slowly add my sofrito to it because it is oil. So okay, let's bring this back over here. Add a little bit more. Get my mix. Like I said, it is hot. Now, this gator is not going to take long at all to cook. Like I said, it's treated like fish. Okay, we're gonna let this cook down just a little bit. Try not to get any of this on your clothes, any of it on your kitchen towels, because it will stain. It's not coming out. It's done. You might as well keep them for every time you cook curry, because that stain will never come out. Okay, see? The water is kind of boiled out some from the sofrito. Smells good already. Okay, so my next step is I'm going to add my onion, and then I'll add my garlic right before I get ready to add my my gator. Very simple recipe. Now, I will have to come back and we'll do a Bahamian style curry, or if anybody has a different style curry they want me to try, DM me the recipe and I'll definitely try it and give you a shout out. Yeah? Deal? Alright. Hey, if you're just now joining, we're making curry Florida alligator. This was a gator that I caught. Y'all make sure y'all stick around for that footage. And I'm just ready to taste it. All right. So at this point now, I'm going to add my onion. That pot is swinging. This is a small onion. It's not a big onion because, like I said, this is only like a little over a pound or a pound of gator. I'm going to add some garlic. We close this up. Okay, this is a tablespoon, so I'm going to put about a tablespoon, not a heaping tablespoon, but I take a tablespoon of garlic. And let this be happy. Now, there is no liquid in here. The lime that I squeezed on there and any excess water that's on the gator would be our liquid, and then we'll just top it off with just a little bit of water to make a gravy. Smells so good. Congratulations to our winner on our last video. Listen, let's talk about this really quick. Please, I've gotten quite a few emails with people telling me, yo, they got me. I think this, you're telling me you think it's a scam after the fact. After you sent the money, after you know what I'm saying? Why would I have to send a range bag to a FFL and then charge you $159? You know, please be wiser than that. Please, I am asking you. It almost has me to the point to where I don't want to, you know, do giveaways because I don't want anybody to get scammed. But then it's unfair if I don't give back to my channel. But please be aware of the scammers. Do not respond to anything that says phone, has a phone number, contact this number, Telegram, WhatsApp, none of that. I have no other pages besides Yoki Stirrup, okay? All right, so with that being said, we'll be right back. Okay, so this is about the consistency you're looking for before you want to add your gator in. All right, so we're going to add that in. See that liquid I was just telling you? I don't have my spatula, so we got to get all that out. Now, this is going to be very fast. I told you we're treating this like fish, and it's not going to be long. I'm going to throw my Scotch bonnet in here. I don't want it to be too hot, so I'm not going to burst it. As long as you do not burst it, you're able to control the heat. So I'm just going to throw that in. Let me get a little bit of water. I'll be right back. All right, so I just put the water in this same bowl that I had the gator in with the season. Just get that out. All right. I'm going to give this a second to cook, because literally it's going to be a second. I should have done the rice first because this is going to finish so quickly. Okay, so I'm going to turn the stove down. Okay. Now notice, check this pepper out. When I put the pepper in, it was kind of, looked like it almost didn't have any air in it. And it's puffing up because it's warm. So I did say I was going to turn the stove down. So I'm turning that down just a little bit because it's almost taste your gravy time. Don't get caught slipping with your seasonings, because you will be quite upset and your family will be upset because the food ain't gonna taste like nothing. I was gonna cover it up to see if it'll yield some liquid. This is my first time trying this, by the way. So it's doing you guys are learning with me on this go round. This is nothing that I've done or tried before. It's not yielding the liquid as I expected. So gator meat is, because it looks so much like chicken, I was treating it like chicken. Because when you do stew chicken and I guess curry chicken and stuff, it will yield the liquid from the chicken. But this one's not doing that. This is the same water that I had added in here, and that was maybe, I mean, that much water, 2-3 ounces of water. Okay. All right, so at this point, what I'm going to do, it's been cooking for a little bit. I'm going to taste it. I'm gonna let y'all get a nice visual of that. Grab my spoon so that I can taste. Okay, clean spoon. Mix that gravy around just a little bit. It's good. Now, Bahamians, we put lime in our curry. Curry chicken, always go with lime. The lime is really biting. Like, I can taste it off rip. And it is quite sharp. I shouldn't have used a whole lime. I should have just used half. But to tone that down a little bit, I'm just going to add a little bit more water to it to try to balance that out just a bit. So, come look. Okay, so I know y'all hear me say Bahamian. Yes, my mother is Bahamian and my father is Cuban. So when I refer to, you know, y'all Bahamians don't come for me, it's because it's my mother's side. My mother is from Bimini and my father is from Cuba. So I'm not going to add all this water, but just a touch of water to try to balance that out just a little bit. But the gravy looks great. And I can almost guarantee you that this is about done. And it's probably been on the stove for all of, I know, notice I use that number 8 a lot. 8 minutes. It's probably been on the stove for about 9-10 minutes now. So I'm just going to, I did bust that, so I can get a little bit of heat and just take it out and see how it tastes. You can't, I was going to make some rice, but you can pair it with rice. You can pair it with roti. You can compare it with bread. If you want to eat macaroni and cheese with it, you can eat your macaroni and cheese with it. It doesn't matter. It's whatever it is that you like. But for this one, we're going to keep this as the star. And we are just going to taste this as is. So let me clean up some. Let me let this go for another, let's say 5 minutes. And when we get back, we're going to try it. So don't go far. Okay. Look, cleaned up some. And now we can tend to this. Okay, I did tell you that I smashed the pepper because I want to get some of that heat out. Because I think the spice would be very good on it. Okay, this is done. This is done. Let me get this out of here. No, I think it looks nice in there. Okay, so let me get my plate. Oh, jeez. And a fork. And we are going to taste. Y'all know food makes me excited. Very excited. I thank y'all for joining me on this. Let's get a couple pieces. Now, I've never had gator this way. I've had it fried. but never stewed or curried or anything like this. So this is just a taste, because I gotta find out how it is. Okay, here we go. That is good. But it does have a consistency like chicken. I was expecting it to be more flaky like fish. But no. This is very, very close to chicken. Try it. That is good. I was expecting it to be a little more tender, but remember, the tail of the alligator is like a huge muscle. That's how they swim. That's what they get around. That's what they, you know, they fight with the tail. So it's understandable as to why it's a little bit more chewier, I guess. But it's good. Nevertheless, it is good. If you guys try it, or if you guys get your hands on some gator, this would definitely be something to try, because it came out very well. Yo gang, I hope you enjoyed that. I know this video was kind of short. I kind of hold y'all, you know, like 45 minutes or so, but I didn't want to hold y'all too long. I just wanted to try this gator ASAP. I didn't want it to sit in the freezer no longer than it did. But with that being said, yo gang, thank you guys for joining me today. I love you guys for life.